from the first race of the morning of this ACC championship. Notre Dame across the line first, followed by Boston College, then Louisville, Duke, and SMU rounding out that field of five. So 6:55-22 for that petite level final. And now we are up at the start for the grand level final, deciding places 1 through 6 in the third varsity 8. On the far right of the screen in that orange hull will be in lane 1, Miami. Lane 2, Syracuse. Lane 3, North Carolina. Lane 4, Virginia. Lane 5, Cal. And in lane 6 is Stanford.
Taking a look inside UNC's third varsity 8, 3-seat Sarah Knox Harper is a sophomore transfer from Johns Hopkins, where she was a swimmer. Started rowing 9 months ago at UNC and broke 7 minutes on her second 2K ever. And then taking a look in Miami's third varsity 8 is primarily freshmen and sophomores, except for senior coxswain Lauren Graves, who is graduating with a degree in public relations, and 5-seat graduate student Lauren Bricka, who was a walk-on her sophomore year.
And here we go. Like we said, out of the blocks. I always think about this as like a drag race, you know, a six boat drag race straight down the course, and the green light of the flag drop, and here they go.
So coming out of yesterday's heats, Stanford was the crew that had a decent margin of speed over the rest of the crews. California, Virginia, and North Carolina posted times that were very similar to one another, going 6:34, 6:35. Syracuse was a 6:37 yesterday. Stanford coming in with that 6:28 was the only one that kind of set a tone. So that cluster in the center, expect it to be a tight race down the course. And now that all these boats are side by side rather than separate heats, it could be all boats across.
Absolutely, and no one's going to give inches. No one's going to give inches. No one's going to, allow others to walk into them, and everyone's going to fight for that first. Looks like Stanford's in the lead right now with UVA in second, and third, it's a really tight race among Cal, UNC, and Syracuse.
Yeah, Stanford got out of the blocks, but UVA also did. So let's see what transpires here as they settle down to their base cadence, getting close to the 500-meter mark.
So this is one of those moments where if you're in the boat, you've taken your start, you know that you're up against some high-level competition, maybe they get a jump on you, they're a little bit ahead, and that's where you have to be inside your mind and tell yourself, it's okay, this is our race, we focus on what we're doing and not worry about what's going on externally, because that focus internal is going to allow you to be most efficient and effective to regain any ground that may have been otherwise lost in early on.
And then allowing your coxswain and putting a lot of trust on her, being able to call the seats next to you. Sometimes I know when I was racing, I didn't want to know where anyone was at until a certain time. And it was simply just to focus in on what you were doing and your race plan in order to get the good rhythm, the solid rhythm where you could go to work and really push through the water.
Yeah, Stanford's out in the lead here by about 3/4 of a length over Virginia. It looks like Cal's trying to come back into that Virginia lead that they had on them. Stanford's about 36 strokes a minute. Virginia maybe 38, a little bit higher. And Cal is also in that higher 30 range as well, trying to come back into this race for second place, with UNC also hanging in there really, really tough.
And as we shifted from that overhead shot, this is Stanford in your picture. We have Stanford on the top of the screen in lane 6, Cal next to them, Virginia in lane 4, UNC one down from there, followed by Syracuse in the blue hull, orange blades, and Miami at the bottom of the picture in that orange hull. So just like we said, Stanford a little out front, cluster in the middle, fighting for those spots.
So Stanford's program has shown the depth that they have in their program, which is unbelievable. Become top to bottom. We've seen a similar race yesterday and kind of anticipating a similar, getting ahead and then increasing margin as you go. Sprint today, may need it, may not. It certainly will be up to the coxswain, I would say, during what happens during the last 500 meters. But it is incredible because this event is usually a younger athlete event, those who haven't raced as much. But these athletes are showing up really, really nicely today.
1,000 meters down, all boats crossing 1,000 meters to go. This is your reset point. Kevin, what are you seeing there as they enter the third 500?
Yeah, Stanford has stretched out to open water, but boy, that race for second place is really tightening up from Cal, Virginia, Carolina, and also Syracuse is pushing into that second place battle as well.
You can see two-seat there of that Golden Bears boat. Peek over to the right, knowing that Virginia is still right there. They're reeling them in little by little. So is North Carolina reeling in Virginia as well, bringing Syracuse along. Sometimes the boat adjacent to you, they lasso to your stern and go along with you. And right now, that is what North Carolina is doing, as they are pouring the pressure on to not only Virginia, but California, but Virginia as well.
It's a great shot to look at those blades, try to compare the timing of the side here on the Cal boat. Wow, yeah, Stanford's really powerful boat. You can really see that. Nice entry, nice push, nice swing through the finish.
Right there in the picture is going to be the Virginia Cavaliers on the left, Cal Bears on the right, Stanford in the background, leading the way with, they are going to be the quickest crew to 500 meters to go. The crowd out on the dock there this morning for the ACC Championship. They'll be the ones that they'll hear first. A few strokes till 500 meters to go. Virginia, Cal, and North Carolina looking to battle for second, third, and fourth. It looks like California may have overtaken Virginia, but it's almost 3 boats across, which is almost exactly what we saw time-wise out of the heats, side by side. Same thing.
Lindsay, with 500 meters to go, this is going to be a coxswain's call. This is where you need to know your crew and being able to make a call where everyone's on the same stroke, making the move into a sprint.
Perfect shot there.
Something. Yeah, they're dead even with about 450 meters to go. Who wants this? This is all about who wants it.
This is a matter of one stroke at a time, taking it one, and knowing that you need to find a little bit more and breathe in between. Right now, Virginia might have an inch over Cal. Cal is trading back and forth. And then you have North Carolina there as well. And even though Syracuse is about 3/4 of a length behind, we cannot count them out either. But this is 2 boats to the line. Stanford is out in front by more than a boat length in water, so at least 6 seconds for them right now of a buffer as they cross 250 meters to go. But look at this. Cal is on the move, sprinting first. Now the blades of Virginia are going a little quicker to the water. Virginia still with an inch, but Cal about to take that away. And North Carolina knocking on the door, maybe an inch behind.
This could come down to a photo finish right now. They all three look like they brought up the stroke rate, getting ready for the sprint. It's literally going to be who can do better and give more in this moment. Stroke for stroke.
Impressive that there is no drama happening from the hips up. All the effort is being guided into the water.
Wow, this is something. This is like dead even, you guys, with like 100 meters to go. It's like, and they've expended so much already, and like finding more here, trying to find more. There goes Virginia a little bit.
It's going to come down to the surge.
North Carolina just a half a deck behind. Who's going to get this? It's going to be really close. Photo finish. It looks like, I don't know. It's between Cal and Virginia, and then Carolina, and then Syracuse, and then Miami.
3 boats dead level to the line. The one thing that we know unofficially still technically is Stanford out in front. Clearwater being the winner of the grand final of the 3rd Varsity 8. With those 3 crews, it's going to come down to the surge. Whoever was at the catch or the release of the stroke, because that's going to send the bow through. Not necessarily whose blades are in the water. It just happens to be who's on the surge at the time.
Off of the eyeball test, who do you think?
We can't call it. We can't call it. The winner is the Cardinal from Stanford.
Yeah.
That is the one thing we know. 3rd Varsity 8 grand final, taking home the most points toward that team trophy by taking first place in a time of 6:31.16. Looking for official results, unofficial results, I should say, until we look in the book. Stanford in first, 6:31 Cal, and then Virginia just, what's that, 3/100ths of a second. Let's look again at the end of that incredibly exciting close finish there, because it was just another less than 1/10 of a second for Carolina back as well.
Yes, looked like Virginia had one stroke before, and then the stroke right at the finish line. Cal got them just like, again, 300ths is like less than a bow ball. It's like half an inch actually.
I believe the .01 is considered a tie, so .03 is just about a tie. That's about as close as it gets, folks.
It's about a half an inch, yeah.
And we will be back with more racing in just a moment, and a look ahead to the NCAA's petite level final of the 2nd Varsity 4s coming up next.